Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. And today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and what is happening. Let me just start off by saying we've reached the happy face, the red happy face that we thought we'd reach mid February. We've reached late January, right? Like 21 days ahead of schedule we've reached. It's ridiculous. We're below it, right? We thought about 35. We're right now at about 34,799, and we've gone down as low as exactly $34,000. You know why we stopped at $34,000? It's because the price of manufacturing a single Bitcoin is said to be about $34,000, right? Uh, Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Let us see what happens. Um, and I say let us see what happens because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if this is the actual end or if are we going down to $20,000? It's like way down here. That'd be absolutely bonkers too. I mean, I don't know how would I play that, right? 20,000 is like the next gigantic support after 30,000. But 30,000 has held. Last time around we were here, 30,000 held. And it held, phenomenally strong, right? We weren't able to break through it. We tried. We certainly weren't. I mean, there are three giant wicks that tried to go through it, but it couldn't. So my suspicion is we're going to land at 30,000 and hang out there. But who knows? In the 30K region, maybe we'll see a wick that comes down. But everything's unsure at this time. So I thought today would be a good time to put another happy face in. We can put a blue face in. Because right now, we're just, or holders are angry. I'm not, right? We're DCing and we're no big deal. Although our chart looks really funny. We'll look at that a little bit. But we'll put a blue chart or a blue happy face because we'll be sad when we get to there. But in reality, I would be very sad. I'd be pretty excited because that means I'm just throwing a bag of cash into this thing. Because goddamn, when we hit levels like that, that's when the how you get rich in crypto is not by buying at the top or anywhere else. You get rich in these downtrends. This is where you get rich. This is where when you buy, you start accumulating and you have your balls of steel that you can get phenomenally wealthy. Because later on, a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever it might be, that's when things really kick off. Right? So you have to be willing to sacrifice and be willing to be wrong, right? You have to be willing to buy at $30,000 and then see it go down to $20,000, right? And then spike back up, right? And the lower we go, the better it is for Bitcoin, in my opinion, because we'll see a bigger bounce back up. Looking at that, let's just quickly look at the volume. There's not much. This is an indicator to me that we're not seeing a bounce anytime soon. Though, I mean, we can look at this back in, this is July. We didn't see very much volume when we saw this bounce, right? So this is not the thing we're looking for, obviously. If we look further back, this is, I believe, this is the COVID scare. We did see volume, right? We saw volume down on the downtrend. We didn't see volume on the uptrend. So what we may want to, change this up to a little bit is when we see a large negative volume candle down, that's what we want to look for as the possible beginning of the end, right? And we're not seeing that right now, obviously. This volume is minuscule. It's really just like background radiation. This is bigger than what we had in the background. We're on the weekly chart, by the way. So maybe that's what we're looking for. Because yeah, here we go. We had a big negative, and then we did start to recover. Let's go look at November. November 2018. This is December. November. Let me see something here. Oh, here it is. November. This was at those times. This was big. This was a big deal. We saw it like whoops. Oh yeah, I want to show you that next. Right. So yeah, there was a big negative candle, and that was the indicator possibly of the beginning of the end. Right. And many months later, November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months later, we started doing a real recovery, but wild, eh? So we're very likely in for something like that. But do you see this wick, by the way? Like these are the wicks we want to catch, right? I want to catch these wicks, and I hope you're with me when we're trying to catch these wicks down, because we're likely going to see a wick here at some point that goes down to like something ridiculous, and we won't know what that is. So I'm gonna have to do some more research to figure out what those wicks are, like what level we need to get to. But we see that the volume is not indicating very much to us. Let's look at the RSI. You've heard of this, the Relative Strength Index. We're low, okay? We're down. We are down right now. We're at a point where things are looking very interesting. These are look, this is 2015, January 2015. I was in the market at this point. In fact, I was not, let me clarify. I was not in the market in the way that I'm in now, but I had some coins, but I didn't take it very seriously. I think I had like a very tiny, like maybe a couple $100 worth of coins, and I remember this coming down, and it was like I don't remember, what did it go down to? It went down to like $200 or something. Is that what it was? It like it went from, oh, it went from $1,000, I think. Is that what it was? Yeah, I went from $1,000. Oh no, 200 to what? Huh, I don't actually remember. I guess I'm wrong. But this is the RSI. So we oh, I see. Oh, okay, we're not getting. I thought we were getting prices on the right, but we were not, obviously, because it's giving us negative ranges. The RSI is what you want to look for. It's how things are sold or oversold. So when it's up here, it's overbought, and when it's down here, it's oversold. And that's about the fair market. So we can see there have been times like back in 2018 when things got quite oversold, right? Like pretty oversold. Here in the COVID crash of March 20, things were pretty oversold. Now we're definitely approaching those levels, but we're not quite there yet. So I'd keep an eye. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. There's still some ways to go. And arguably, I think in our case right now, we might break past this checkered line. I don't know for certain, but we might. So it's something to watch. You want to have your. If I was, let me tell you what I would do in this case. Of course, this is not financial advice, but what I would do in this case is I'm going to have my wallet ready. I'm going to have my stable coin in my account ready to go at a moment's notice. I might even actually put in some buy orders, some limit orders at, obviously Ethereum is what I'm going to be buying, but like maybe Ether at, like 2,300 Ether, wild. Maybe Ether at like 1,800. I'd do some Ether at 2,000, some Ether at 1,800, some Ether at as low as 1,400, though that's a long shot, right? I mean, I say it's a long shot, but who knows? And these are the buys I would have because what do we got? Yeah, this was, so our low was 1,700, right? It would be hard. I would be impressed if we went lower than that, but it's possible. There's definitely there's a possibility of a wick going down that far. So um I would actually, yeah. So I'm gonna put some buy orders in at here. Let's mark this down. Let's mark this down. Let's put a happy face down here. At 2,000, we're definitely buying something, right? This is going to be a spot where people buy some stuff. That's for sure. Let's put another one down at like 1,700 because this was the former support which people are going to be waiting for. There we go, 17. We'll move this in. And we'll put one more. This is our stretch goal. Let's put our stretch goal down at 1,400. There you go. We're going the distance. We're really pissing people off. And we want to get, and we actually need to get to maximum pain. And what does that mean? People are done with crypto. It has to be the point where all the retail investors are out. Not people like you and I whom are investors. And I don't even want to call them retail investors, just retail folk, right? The folk that are just in for the moment at the pump and then leave. We want all those people out. We want to go so low that people completely lose their minds. And that's where we want to go. And if we go there, then we win the game. But up until that point, we're not there yet, right? We're certainly not there yet. People are still holding, right? We want to get everybody out. And that's when we see this thing go maybe past this checker line, when everybody's out. It's just a few of us investors that are holding. And I think that should be our goal. But let's put some happy faces down here on Bitcoin as well, because we spend a lot more time on Bitcoin than we do on the other charts. So what do we got? We have we're on the weekly. That's okay. I think we want. I mean, most certainly we want a happy face at 30,000, right? I think 30,000 is an important number. We're gonna see some support there for sure, right? We're gonna bounce around for sure around 30,000. There we go. 30,000. And I don't think we're gonna take that long to get there. I think we're gonna get there much quicker. So let's say right around here. There we go. 30,000. And let's put another one down at 20 25, man. 25 is a giant stretch goal, and I don't know how these relate to Ethereum. We haven't looked to see. And we're not going to do that right now. But oh, 25 is a gigantic stretch. And now we might see a wick down to 25. I really think 27, 28 is probably much more reasonable. But sure, let's put 25 down. This is very stretch. This is extremely stretchy. But let's see. So we've reached our first goal. This is our second goal, and this is our third goal. Let us watch and see. Below 34,000 is the cost of mining a Bitcoin. If we go below there, we're going to see where is this? The network difficulty drop, because miners are going to start turning off their machines. It's not profitable anymore. And I mean like these big rig miners likely, right? They're gonna switch to another coin that's more profitable. This will most certainly affect the market. In what way, I can't tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The price is going down lower. That's for certain. So we're going to continue to capitulate, right? When that happens. So we will see as those things occur how this all pans out. But yes, we'll have to watch it. See, when we see this thing go back down, things have effectively hit the fan. The 7-day moving average is actually flat on this right now. The 30-day is flattening out as well. So, and you can see the network difficulty during that summer bit where we were chilling basically. The network difficulty did drop, right? Because it was like, hold on a second. Like as soon as we started dropping in price, network difficulty dropped because miners started switching off their miners because they weren't profitable. Right, and this kept happening until we started recovering, and now we've been recovering up to this point. Now we've gone flat, just like up here, and I expect in the next little bit for this to come down. And another thing you can look at is miners' revenue, right? And so it's been coming down, and I would not be surprised if this completely falls off the edge. It's just a matter of time, right? Just like the previous one we saw in that last summer, as it was dipping, as the price was dipping, so was miner revenue. And when revenue drops like this, the miners just switch off their machines because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Some miners have a good deal. I mean, when you're having a hash power, you can really knock it out of the park, but um, not always. At same chart, right? Summer it dropped. And this is the total hash rate. So the total number of miners mining. And here we go. The total number of miners mining. It's up now, but I suspect I expect to see this start dropping, right? Because this is a swan dive down. This is not. I don't think this is going to be a temporary down and up. Though something important to note, I know we had a daily close below, right? The bull market support, man. So that's invalidated. So we're a little messed up there. And now the next thing we're looking for is the weekly close, which is Sunday, which is tomorrow. So we have 24 hours and what is this? About 8 hours? Is that what it is? Am I right? My math right? It is not. We have about 24 hours plus 4 hours. So we have 28 hours until the next close, which is the weekly close. If it closes, this giant red bar stays. That's not good news. I mean, that's great news. It really depends on who you are. If you're holding a bag, then it's terrible news. If you have a stack of cash, then it's great news. So you know who you are, and figure it out. Either way, you should be dollar cost averaging in. It makes it way easier to do this thing, right? The anxiety level is way less than if you had a bag, you bought the bag up here, and you're holding the bag, and it's the family farm, goddamn it, and you just been watching it disintegrate. It's not the end of the world because Bitcoin will recover. We know this. I know this. The tech is strong, but it's a pain to have to hold it because every day you're thinking, damn it, I missed the opportunity, right? Like the greatest opportunities were down here, obviously. This is where the millionaires get made, down here in the trenches, and it's not available, right? So, but one more thing to look at is you see how down here, when we missed this, I thought that it was done. We'll never go back to that point again. And when we came up here, and when we passed this bull market support man past here and came up here, I thought, wow, that was it. We'll never see a $29,000 Bitcoin again, or 30,000 anything. But now we're at 35,000, and we might actually get down to 29 or 30, right? And that's super interesting how volatile this market is and how things can go up and down. It's never the end of the world, right? If you miss that opportunity, then you can get another opportunity now. So if you are holding a bag right now that you purchased here, don't worry. We will go back up and you can sell at the top at 100K when we get there, maybe 150, maybe 200. And then you will find another opportunity as long as you hold that bag, you sell at the right time and you can watch this channel. I'll definitely be covering this, and there'll be another time to buy again at a low, maybe not this low, but a different low, and you can make your stacks and end up in one of these towers behind me for sure, right? 100%. I really mean that. It's totally possible. It's completely possible. I was definitely crying crocodile tears in. I was definitely freaking out. Not crocodile tears. I was definitely freaking out here that I missed this one opportunity, but that's not obviously not the case, right? Um, we're heading back down. Let's see though. We still have a weekly close about about 30 hours from now, I believe. Yeah. Oh no, it is 28 hours. 28 hours from now. So we can put a timer down and watch and see what happens. Let's see what ETH is doing. Yeah, we've already put our markers down, so this is where we want to hit. Great, and we can pull up RSI on this as well. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't matter to me so much because I think like this is kind of irrelevant. I mean, wow, look at this though. Holy crap. Okay, that's wild. So this thing is like oversold like crazy. Okay, hold on. Let's take it off 4 hour. Let's do the week. Okay, here we go. Okay, great. Yeah, this is more accurate. So on the weekly, you know, we got a ways to go. We still have some ways to go. So just like okay, my chart didn't come out. That's fine, no big deal. We've already DCA'd in. This wasn't 3 minutes ago. I think this was like 5 minutes ago, 20, 30 minutes ago. And we purchased the most we've ever bought. 0.4 Ether for $1,000. That's a great deal. And it clicked in, but look how funny this looks. Oh my God. What is this? Today is the, what's the date today? Today's the 22nd. Oh, daily goal. Today's the 22nd. So yesterday's DCA is pretty much equal to what we have now. And as soon as I bought, it started dipping again. So like hilarious. Okay, so we're not doing well. See, we used to be able to count the steps, but we definitely can't count the steps anymore. I guess we can count the spikes because this is one, that's one, and this one, but like they're all amalgamating into one thing. I believe we're at $11,000, so we're down pretty heavily, right? We're down pretty heavily. We're like one, two, two and a half, 2 3/4 down. It's wild. It's pretty exciting. No big deal though. No big deal because we're dollar cost averaging in. Did I want to show? This is the exchange reserve, so things are coming down. It's just how much is left on the exchange, which is interesting because normally, oh, hold on, that's the price. Yeah, okay, great. This is accurate. Yeah, so this blue and this bluish line is what we're looking for. The exchange reserve is going up. So that means that the amount of Bitcoin getting onto the exchanges, and it seems to be dipping a little bit last just the last little bit, like yesterday and today, but basically means how much. Here, let's look at something else. Exchange. Oh no. Okay, we'll have to come back to this when I sign in. Um, okay, annoying. But basically, it's like, are people keeping their coins on the exchange to sell, or are they moving it into their hard wallet to keep for long term? Things are moving into the wallet, right? Into the exchange wallets right now because they're prepping to sell because nobody wants to hold when it hits 20K. And relative unrealized profit. So this is like, how many people are holding a bag right now? Um, a lot of people are holding a bag right now. And like, we can I zoom into this chart? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Let's see. Let's go. There we go. Okay, so yes, a lot of people. We're about 34% of people seem to be holding. Reading this right, relative unrealized profit. Yes, exactly. So 34% of the folk are holding a bag, and yes, so that is interesting. Definitely interesting. Euphoria, greed, optimism, hope, fear, capitulation. Let me tell you, we are probably near something like optimism, denial. Okay, so the price of Bitcoin is, so we're still we still haven't even hit greed yet. No, okay, this chart's all off. It's not gonna help us actually. Yeah, interesting though. I like this website. Look into Bitcoin if you haven't seen it. It's quite good. It's there's a lot of learning to be done here. I would recommend you take a look at this. Okay, let's go look at and see what the top stories are. It's probably nothing. 36 traders say bulls need a Hail Mary to avoid a bear market. Yeah. Key theory price hits a 6 month low as ETH falls below 3K. Yeah, that's unbelievable. MicroStrategy in a bit of trouble right now because the government doesn't like their accounting practices. Boo-hoo. Uh, Hell, this has got to be funny. Oh my God, frustration. I don't need this money for the next 5 to 10 years, but I have to admit, sometimes I get so afraid of Bitcoin future. I mean, it crashes or never reaches 100K, 200K as the predictions for 2025 plus say at least 55K again, lol. And I lose the money, especially when all my friends, my mom, and family all call me crazy for investing on it. Okay, so I was very new to crypto and a victim of Thanksgiving dinner. But I need help. Should I sell or hold? Guys, I'll hodl, hold on for dear life, but I can't afford to buy a lot more right now. Are you winning, Dad? No, pack your things. I just lost the house. Dude, that's so good. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll wrap it up here. And let's talk again tomorrow. Hopefully things are continuing to crash and we keep seeing hilarious memes and we can we can get to our 30K real fast and wrap the show up so we can DCA more. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.